Hey everybody, welcome back to another Chuz Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about Darksiders 2, Death, Definitive Edition? Deathinitive Edition? Yeah, I don't know, but this game is, you play as Death himself, the one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, and you're set on this journey. It's a pretty, simple explanation. You set on this journey to stop, or your brother War was the cause of the apocalypse, or he's accused of something. The story isn't the main point of this game, trust me. Um, and you're on a quest to go to the Well of Souls and will release all humanity back to Earth and restore humanity, so the council won't kill your brother War for what he did by causing or starting the apocalypse and ending humanity. Yeah, I don't know. The story wasn't the greatest explained or even that big part of the game. This is a hack and slash, third person hack and slash game. Reminds me a lot of like the old God of Wars, or even more recently Devil May Cry 5. In my mind, while playing this, I compared it a lot to Devil May Cry 5 because I thought Devil May Cry 5 was overhyped. And for a good while, I liked Darksiders 2 more than Devil May Cry 5. But Darksiders 2, as it went on, it just kind of got worse. Not that it ended bad, but the actual ending was bad, yes. But like the whole experience was still good. It just got worse as time went on. Anyway, this game is pretty much broke down into three gameplay elements. Um, Combat, your hack and slash, very simple. I think it's simpler and better than Devil May Cry 5's. I'm too dumb for Devil May Cry 5's hack and slash. Like, I did it, it was cool, but I felt better in Darksiders 2 than I did in Devil May Cry 5. Sorry, I'm going to be comparing that, but yeah. um, Also, it's puzzles. There's a lot of puzzles. They're not too challenging, but they kind of work for me here and there. I don't know if there's a lot of puzzles, like too many at a lot of points. And what's the third element? Puzzles, combat. Oh, and climbing. Wow, if I was an editor, I should edit that out, but I'm not. Climbing. Yeah, there's a lot of climbing, and sometimes we'll mix them together. Climbing while doing a puzzle and combating. There's a lot of bosses in this game. The bosses are probably the coolest thing. They look cool. The world itself, I mean, you're Death, and you travel to different realms, like the realm of the dead, and the Forge lands, which had like Vikings and stone people, or giant guardians and giant golems. And then one area had like demons and skeletons and mummies. You know, there's just a lot of cool variety of enemies. Your moves are cool, um, very fun. This game was just all around pretty good. It took me 16 hours to beat it. It also came, the Definitive Edition came with 3 DLCs. I didn't finish them, but I touched on them. Touched on 2 of them, and they're good. They're interesting. If you like the game, you like those. I do plan on playing. I started with Darksiders 2 of the Darksiders series, but I plan on playing Darksiders War Mastered next. I have Darksiders 3. Darksiders Genesis comes out next year, so I'm kind of a Darksiders fan now. I think it's definitely underrated. I don't hear anyone hyping this game up, and it's got its problems in the sense that its stories and the ending, it kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. It just kind of like, the ending is basically the spoiler for the first game, which sucks for my adventure in the first game. But like, that's literally it. It just tells you how the first game ends, or like what the first game is, and I'm like, okay. But there's no real like there's a conclusion to this, but it's very fisted through. I don't know, just didn't love the ending. But overall, the overall arc was interesting. I did have a funny ass moment. It's gonna take me a minute to explain, but this game was a bunch of fetch quests, and it's very self aware. Death's voice actor, I do want to mention, is great. A lot of the voice acting is good, but I like Death himself. Yeah, I'm going all over the place. But there was a moment in this game where I had to get I had to go to this guy, and he told me I had to get something for him, so he told me to get 3 of his dead soldiers to come back to him and serve him for a little bit, right? So then I went to them, and then I had to, or I needed like 3 keys, right? So I went to this one guy, he needed a key, or he had a key, so he told me to get his 3 dead soldiers. So I went out to one of those soldiers, and that guy, I did one, he was fine. I did another one, and tried to get him, and he was like, I need 3 souls to, be able to be at peace to go back to my guy. Basically, this game had a weird fascination with the number 3, and like every mission is like do this 3 times, do this like rescue 3 people, get 3 keys, capture 3 things, kill 3 people. It's really weird, but and yeah, sometimes it ends up being for nothing, and it's kind of self-aware. Death is funny. He's like he rarely talks. Like it's not annoying. I think it's cool that you play as Death himself, and you have Dust, your crow that follows you around, and Despair, your horse. I love the world. I think the story is better than Devil May Cry 5's story for the fact that I don't know. I just liked it better. The world is cooler. It had me up to a point. Like I said, it started really strong. The ending bosses are good, but like the story itself, just when you get past that 333 area, I kind of fucked up at explaining it, but like essentially you do 3 it's 333, and then you just kind of like go downhill from there, and like a lot of the puzzles are so long, and it took me a minute to play through this game. The mission structure, the world design is kind of like Zelda, I guess people say, in which there's an open area and you go to a dungeon, and then you go in that dungeon and basically unlock shit. You get to the end of the dungeon by doing puzzles and climbing in combat, and then you get something at the end of that to progress into another dungeon, like a new thing that grabs you farther, or a way to split yourself in half, or just all types of shit, the basic Metroidvania type shit, the Zelda shit. Yeah, I think that's really it for this game. Darksiders 2 is cool. It's I think it might be better than Devil May Cry 5 to me. Obviously, Devil May Cry 5 is newer. Oh, and Darksiders 2, even though it's a definitive edition and way old and like should be updated to max, this game started kind of dying later in the game. Like sound would just cut out. A few more glitches popped up. My brother said he never even finished this game because a door glitched on him and the game saved and he couldn't go back, and it was stuck for him. That was a long time ago, but even now, sound literally cut out of one of the ending fights, and it broke the entire immersion of the fight. And it was like, wow, this sucks. So yeah, anyway, but overall it was good, fun. I was more immersed here than I was in Devil May Cry 5. I'm gonna stop talking about that. God of War is the best hack and slash of all time. But anyway, final rating for this game, 7 out of 10, 7-minute video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next review. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. Go Pack, go.